Legends of Runeterra's level up animations serve one main purpose: to let players know that a certain threshold has been reached and now one card will behave differently while in play. This means that the champion not only has different stats, but also has a new effect that can be game changing. This level up animation can't be skipped, so players are not going to miss it, and they now have to keep these new effects in mind while trying to defeat their opponent. This necessity of having an unskippable animation that is flashy enough to signify a change in the board opens up an opportunity to go above and beyond, bringing said champion's theme and fantasy to life. Throughout Legends of Runeterra's history, we've seen the champion level up animations evolve and change to a now defined art style that tries to imitate the champion's level 2 artworks, placing the character front and center. But how did we get here? Today, we will be exploring the changes that have happened to level up animations from the beta to the present day. Let's go back in time to 2019. Illaoi was just announced and released a closed beta to select players. There were 24 champions, each with their own unique animation following one of two trends. A card-centric approach to the level up animation, where the canvas of the champion card was the center of the frame, while some sort of defining element from the champion came on screen. These were simple animations with a background. The other trend was a small animation of one of the champion's identifying features that put aside the canvas of the card to focus on the character itself.
I'll sleep when they're dead.
It seemed like the card-centric approach was the original style, and during development, the team decided to start setting the cards aside to bring the character's fantasies to life. With the Rising Tide set, we got a mix of both styles, showing the previously mentioned shift as the champion identifying animations took over with a few exceptions. But even in this set, the card-centric animations were more complex, and felt like a natural midpoint between styles. The champion identifying level up animations focused on the champion's partners, on their arms and hands.
I guess you can win them all.
But one of these animations took over and would become the base of the standards moving forward. Miss Fortune's case is an interesting one. She's one of the most popular characters in the League IP, and, naturally, she was selected to be the face of the Rising Tide set. This required her to stand out over the rest of the champions, getting her full silhouette rendered in 3D accompanied by a flashy background. What distinguishes Miss Fortune from the level up animations to come is the lack of details in her model, looking like some sort of ghost, similar to Teemo's animation. When Targon came along, it brought with it a mix and match of full body champion animations, a card-centric animation, and champion identifying animations. However, one thing became clear: the full body champions level up animation were the ones that the players got more excited for. After all, we were seeing our favorite characters come to life outside a JPG image. To understand why this was impactful, we must take a detour and talk about the League IP, its animations and lore advancements. The League IP's characters get animations, songs, or stories every once in a while, usually alongside an event or release. In the past, the lack of consistency with these releases and the huge pool of champions meant that some characters were left on the sidelines, especially the less popular champions. After all, Riot Games would focus on the popular characters that they know will make a profit. So to see some of these forgotten characters star in an animation of their own, however short it might be, was something that got the player base excited. After all, it's not every day that you get to see Tarek's luscious hair receive the main character treatment it deserves. we can infer that at some point through Shurima's development, the developers opted to shift their level up animations production to get the character as the star. Gone were the days of card-centric animations, and champions, weapons or companions be the center of attention. Except for LeBlanc for some reason. As you would expect, we also saw the next natural step to this level up animations, to draw inspiration from their level 2 and level 3 artwork and show a familiar setup during the animation. This change makes a lot of sense, as the animation now fulfills its role of serving as a seamless transition from one level to the next in a cohesive sense. Of course, there are some exceptions for this, but in most cases this seems to be the direction the dev team is going for. And this appears to be the trend that the game will continue to follow in upcoming champion releases. Bandle City follows this trend, having most animations precede the champion's level 2 artwork, with some exceptions of course. I believe that at some point we might see some of the older animations change, bringing them up to date to create a cohesive style. But don't expect this to be done soon, as it will probably be a long time before the older animations get the update they deserve. After all, the game is constantly releasing new content and resources need to be allocated to the most pressing issues. I just wonder what Teemo's animation will look like. Let me know in the comments which champions animations you think they need to rework soon. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video, and remember to subscribe for everything Runeterra.